Governor Andy Beshear's recommendation that Kentucky hold off on resuming in-person learning until September 28th has some local districts changing their back-to-school plans. Local 12's Jenna Cisneros looks at the changes and reaction to the governor's plan.
After speaking with many Northern Kentucky superintendents, it appears most, if not all, are implementing Governor Andy Beshear's recommendation to push back in-person learning.
It would not be advantageous for us to go against what our Department of Public Health is telling us to do and our governor.
Superintendent Cheser of Fort Thomas Independent Schools says district leaders quickly took action after hearing from the governor.
Knowing that we had a board meeting last night, we looked at, do we need to change our calendar? How do we follow this recommendation?
They moved their first day of school from August 26th to August 31st to allow teachers more time to plan. Leaders nearby at Southgate Independent Schools pushed back their start date before the governor's announcement.
We have to understand that, there's some very difficult decisions being made. We're in the middle of a pandemic here.
Their original back-to-school plan included in-person learning as well as virtual.
We're going to continue to offer an all-virtual model to our families, so there'll be assigned a teacher that will work through that platform with them. And then the students who are going to do our on-campus AM/PM hybrid model, obviously with the governor's recommendation, our goal is for them to come back to school on September 28th.
I will tell you, after the decision, we have many people who are concerned.
Not only parents, but students like Paige Larkin, a rising 7th grader at St. Pius X, have raised concerns about online learning.
I really struggled because you don't really have a teacher there to tell you really what you're doing, so it's a lot harder, and I think that going back in person is a lot better for mental health and all that.
These kids have already been cheated out of enough, all the experiences they're not getting from being in school, and they're not getting a chance to do any of it. And the longer they wait, the longer it is they're without those experiences.
The superintendents I spoke with all agree while safety is their #1 priority, their goal is to get students back in the classroom as soon as possible. In Covington, Jenna Cisneros, Local 12 News.
The superintendent of the Diocese of Covington says that they'll review their options over the next couple of days.